Welcome to Easter Derry in Kilry, Glen Isla, and I hope you'll enjoy this little tour around my garden. This is the pond area, which is looking in full summer overblownness now. I tend to let this go pretty wild in the summer. It's full of frogs and newts, and it gives us great pleasure to sit here in the evening and just look at the view. Delphiniums are still just about standing, although I think there's a gale coming, so they may not be looking quite so good tomorrow. The irises have been wonderful this year, they're just going over now. This is a view just looking up the garden, where we've just been cutting paths through the long grass, which seems to work quite well and we don't need to mow it quite as much as we did. This is coming back round to the pond, polytunnel beyond. This is a fairly new border where I've planted a lot of treasures, which I've been given by various people who know about plants. This is Primula viale. I'll just walk you along some long herbaceous borders that I've quite recently made when we bought our bit of field here. This is where the edge of the field was, and now I've taken the opportunity of making some much longer borders where I can plant really big things that seem to do extremely well here. Still on the theme of big things, this is Kephaleria, which really does need a big space, and it's looking magnificent today. And I've got another one in the background there, and here I've got lots of Alchemilla, white foxgloves in the background, Geranium silestemon, and in the back there is Lichnis, red Lichnis, which is clashing horribly with the geranium rose in the background, Rosa moisei. And here's the pink flowered elder, and behind it is Rosa moisei, not Rosa moisei, Rosa Kiftsgate, which is an absolutely huge thing, but just about coming into flower now. And here I've just got a few shade-loving things under the trees here. And this is a lovely double campanula, which I'm very fond of, which seems to be doing well here. Vegetable garden. All coming along quite well now. Peas and beans. Kephaleria again at the back there. And down here, garlic. And brassicas just getting going. We'll have to put a net over them shortly to keep the pigeons off. And here's the back of the border that you saw earlier on. And I let these somnifera poppies just flower where they will. My husband's always pulling them out because they get in the way of his vegetables, but I do love them, and they're all different. These are nice dark ones, but there are also pink ones that come up a bit later on. And I grow these sweet williams just to pick for the house. Lastly, just a few of the pots that I have around the house, which I enjoy just mixing and matching things. This is Dahlia Murkii, which I grow in a pot. And down here is Geranium palmatum, also in a pot. And dark-leaved dahlias. And here's my ginkgo in a pot, very happy. A few more things, lilies in pots. And down here is Xantadeschia aethopica, and it has a long white lily flower when it comes out. I haven't tried this before, but I'm hoping it'll do well. And more lilies. Here some rather bashed delphiniums, which are starting to blow over. And just a few more things. Finish off here is Iris silver edge, which is one of my favourites and which has been flowering for ages, with a rather nice dark-leaved geranium behind it, which I don't know the name. That you've enjoyed this little tour around Easter Derry Garden, and hopefully you might be able to visit us in person next year.